Hey, how's it going? Dylan here. Today I'm going to be showing you how I create my epic wedding ring detail shots. For this shoot, I am using my old reliable Canon 6D. I'm using the Godox trigger because I'm using the Godox 8200 Pro for this shoot, along with a Canon Speedlight with a Godox trigger. So for this shoot, I'm only using two different speedlights. I'm using MagMod light modifiers. I've got their diffusion, I've got their colored gels, all kinds of cool stuff. That's what we'll be using for this shoot here. I'm using the Canon 100mm f2.8 macro lens, and for the models for our shoot, I have my wife and I's wedding rings. In this video, I'll be showing you a few different lighting setups as well as a few different posing options for the wedding rings. So without further ado, let's get rolling. For this first setup, I've got the wedding rings right here on the glass table. I've wiped it down nice and clean. You always want to make sure before you stage the rings that you clean up your staging area that you're about to shoot on. You want to make sure your surface is clean, there's no smudges, dirt, whatever, dust on your table, on your surface. I'm also using a 2-second timer for my pictures because if you're just pressing the shutter like this, you could introduce some camera shake, and that will end up with an out of focus image and it won't look good. So by doing a 2-second timer, I'm able to push the shutter back away and get a nice in focus tack sharp image. For this first setup, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in all the way, make sure these diamonds are tack sharp, everything is in focus. That's looking good to me. I'm going to be shooting this at f16 because I want to make sure I have plenty of depth of field. If I don't have enough depth of field, the diamonds will be in focus, but the groom's wedding ring will not. I like for everything to be in focus and just have a nice shallow focus fall off towards the edge of the rings. All right, so I'm about to go ahead and take the shot. I've got my light in my hand. I'm going to be placing it directly over top of the rings to get a very dramatic lighting effect. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready, press it. Boom, there it is right there. Another variation of this shot, instead of going directly overhead, you can bring the light back a little bit and draw a lot more attention to the front of the ring, to the details, to the gems, and add a lot of punch to your image. So let's go ahead and take that right now. I'm gonna press the shutter, get the light ready. So I love this first lighting setup because it's a very dramatic lighting setup. You're able to draw a lot of attention to the rings, to the details, the gemstones, and I love that it's just the rings with this lighting setup, you know, and you just have your black background or whatever color you choose. Your eyes just are instantly drawn to the rings. It's a very powerful shot, and it's one of my favorite lighting setups and poses to do on a wedding day. This next setup, I have introduced my second flash. I am placing it underneath of the rings to add that light source coming up from underneath. If you don't have a glass table, this obviously isn't going to work, but if you can find a glass table at your venue, I think this is a really powerful shot. I think it's really compelling, and I know your couples are going to love it. So I've got the one speed light underneath. I'm going to take the other one just like before and place it. You can do either right over top and add a lot of drama, or you can pull it back a little bit and add a lot of focus to the front of the rings. So let's go ahead and get lights in position. Bam, there it is right there. Now we're gonna start playing with color. I'm gonna take a blue gel and place it on my speed light that is underneath of the rings. I love these little MagMod things, they're so handy. Just look at this. Would you just look at it? Slap them right on, just slap it. Look at that, so nice. So I've got my second light ready. I'm gonna be placing it underneath of the table and using my main light on top like before. And here we go. Boom! Would you look at that? Just adding that pop of color really adds an extra wow element to your image for your couples. They are gonna see that color and just be amazed. It works every time, and I love it too. I always love working with colors. Blue is one of my favorites to use on a wedding day, but pro tip, try and match your color gels to the couple's wedding colors. If they're using blues, go with blues. If they have purple colors, try purple gels. Greens, use green gels. Try and match your color schemes to the color scheme of the couple. As you can tell, I've moved the light to the side a little bit because I'm going to be moving this light to the side, behind the rings, maybe underneath again. I'm going to show you a lot of different lighting situations right here. So first one, let's hit these rings from the side with our color. I really like this image because I feel like the contrast between the colored light and the white light is really nice, and it makes a really dynamic image, something that's very interesting and appealing to your customers. Next up we have the silhouette shot. By silhouette I mean the rings are going to be blacked out and I'm going to be illuminating the backdrop only. For that I'm using one speed light. I have my blue colored gel on it. I have the rings in focus, and let's go ahead and see what this shot looks like. I like this shot a lot because it really shows how you can use light and color to paint your image. You don't have to be just exposing for your object. You can use your environment to add a lot to your image and to really make your images stand out than the norm. Another variation of the silhouette shot is to change the posing of the ring. For this, I've taken the bride's ring, I flipped it upright so that it stands out more against the background. So let's go ahead and see what that shot looks like. I love this shot a lot because it's a very powerful pose for the rings. It shows the strength in the rings, the strength in the couple. I feel like by silhouetting it and by having a nice color on your backdrop, it's a very powerful image that your couple is gonna love. All right, now it's time for the shot you have all been waiting for. It is the water droplet ring detail shot, and it is completely epic. I absolutely love this shot. And my setup for this is I have my one main light right here that is going to be exposing the rings, and I also have my colored light as the backlight right here. I also have this spray bottle full of water, and I'm going to be spraying the rings as the picture is taken, as the flash fires. So right before I press the shutter, I'm going to be spraying a little bit of water. I like to have a little bit of water on my surface before the water flies at the rings. Another variation of this is to take your colored light and place it underneath to illuminate below the rings. Let's see how that looks. Another variation of this is to just use your colored gel light below to expose for the image. And this is really cool. Here we go. That is gonna wrap up this wedding ring detail shot video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to give me a like. That really helps the channel out. And be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notified when I drop new videos, because we've got lots of awesome content coming, from behind the scenes to how-tos, tutorials, lots of different topics in the photo video realm. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.
So clean. You gotta get that dank B-roll.
Epic wedding ring detail shots. That's how we say it, everybody.
Yeah, adjectives.
Yeah, adjectives. That's right. We got so many adjectives on that. I think I had like 5.
What was wrong with that?
I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the flow.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. It's so satisfying. Oh, well. Yeah. Oh, she's taking the hair out. It's getting real, folks. The hair is out. And why are you laughing at me? I start the video, she throws her head back, starts laughing at me.
You're taking the microphone. Stop being on. Alright. You can do so professional.
I know. Maybe I should use the tripod.